Eh bien, je suis sur la chaîne Vision 6D, so I'm on Vision 6D channel, and we'll start a new session. Today it will be about VirtualBox networking part, which is about what we call internal NAT network. So to do that, I will now switch to what I can do. So you will see live how I prepare that kind of things. For that, I have prepared here a network in which you see that I have a host. Actually, I'm on my Windows machine. And on that Windows machine, which is a Windows 10 machine, I have several virtual machines here. So among those virtual machines, I will do what is called a NAT internal network. So the NAT internal network gives us the possibility to have the different virtual machines communicate among themselves without disturbing the rest of the network. So in my case, I have 3 virtual networks, but for the demo, I will just use 2 of them. The host is a Windows 10 machine, and the 2 VMs, they will be Linux machines. As you can see, I have an Ubuntu machine and I have a Debian machine. I will now switch to the Debian machine, which is here, you see. Before going any further, I will now show you the IP addresses I'm going to use in that environment. I just have to make sure that it's the right thing that is displayed. Yes, it is. I've lost the control of myself, so I need to see me back. Yes, I am back, so this is excellent. I'm back and I'm seeing myself. So I need also to follow what's happening on YouTube to see. Stream is healthy, then no, stream is not healthy, so we'll continue anyway, just in order to see what's happening. So, as you see, we have the machines which are defined here in a network which is 10.0.2.0. This network is in fact the address of the internal network. And the Ubuntu VM, the Ubuntu guest, has 10.0.2.4 as IP address, and the Debian has and the Debian has 10.0.2.5 as IP address. The Windows host itself has also an IP address in this area, which is 10.0.2.2. Now I'm going to log into the Ubuntu machine to show you what I can do from that machine. So here I am on the Ubuntu machine, and I will show you that I can ping the host. 2. So I ping the Windows host itself. So you can see it's actually pinging. This means that I have now had a connection between this machine here sorry about that. It means that I have a ping that went from this machine through the NAT internal network to the host, and the echo went back. That's how I can have IP ICMP packets that are received and which tells me that the ping is fine. So this is done from the Ubuntu machine. So I will as well ping the other VM, which is the Debian one with address .5. So I ping 10.0.2.5 and we see that it's pinging. So this works correctly. And if now I'm doing the following, I do a ping on Google. And we'll see what happens. It translated the IP address, so it means that a DNS request went out and came back. And you see that it's going on the network and it's going through the NAT here, going really out. So this means that we could go out and manage to ping on internet. So once again, we went out through the night, over the network that we have here, through the router, and we got a connection to internet, to a Google server. This being fine, I will now also do the following. I will start an SSH session between the Ubuntu machine and the Debian machine. This will demonstrate that we are really into an internal network, because if we had the NAT on the two machines, we couldn't connect from one machine to the other one. So I'm going here, SSH, to my account, Chris, on the machine 10.0.2.5. So I'm going to the Debian machine and we'll see what's happening. So it's the first time that this connection happens. So we'll answer yes to this. And I need to identify myself. All right. Once I'm identified, you can see that I'm really here down on the Debian 9 machine. So with this, I could demonstrate that from the Ubuntu machine, I could go to the Debian one, where I have an SSH server. So now the question is, how is this configured? So now I will also demonstrate that if I go on the host, and I have opened a window command application, and I try to ping one of the two virtual machine in that network, that 10.0.2.4. For example, I'm trying to ping the Ubuntu machine, and we'll see what's happening. You see that we are in a request timeout. It means that the host cannot use that network to access one of the machines. So it is again a way to illustrate that we really have here behind an isolated network. Sorry, I had to look at the quality of the transferring network. So I have shown the two possibilities. I have shown that we can connect. So now we'll go into how this was configured. I will now show you here how I had my different machines configured at the network level. So I open the settings for the Ubuntu machine and I go on the network one. And you see here that I had defined it here, NAT network attached to what is called for me NAT network. So I will also show you that I have the same here down for the Debian one. And again, I am on the NAT network. So now the question which is left into the configuration is how do I define here down under the name .NAT network. So this is left now to me that I can show it to you. So now in order to be able to show it to you, I will go here into the global tools and you will see here I go into File, Preferences. And into those preferences you see that there is something here called Network. And into Network I need here to add a network, to create a new network. We'll see how it was defined. You see here that I have defined a network with that IP address of 10.0.2.0 and the /24 is the subnet saying that we leave the last byte to define the different hosts, meaning that we can have 254